Parasocial relationships with bots are becoming increasingly common, and while the idea of forming a one-sided emotional bond with an artificial character might have sounded unusual a decade ago, today it feels almost inevitable. People spend more time online than ever, often feeling exhausted, isolated, or misunderstood in their real lives. When an AI character responds instantly, remembers past conversations, and mirrors the user's emotions with uncanny smoothness, it creates a sense of connection that feels personal, even though the connection is entirely simulated. There is a positive side here. Interacting with an AI can help people practice communication, express feelings they have bottled up, or experience a sense of companionship without fear of judgment. For someone going through loneliness or social anxiety, that can feel stabilizing. It can give them a place to articulate emotions they have never voiced out loud. It can offer comfort in moments of stress, a steady presence that feels safe when real-world relationships feel unpredictable. But this comfort comes with serious warnings, because the line between emotional support and unhealthy dependence is much thinner than most people realize. Parasocial relationships with bots can become unhealthy when the emotional bond begins to replace, not just supplement, human relationships. The human brain is wired to respond instinctively to perceived empathy. When an AI expresses warmth, reassurance, or affection, the emotional response it triggers is very real, even though the empathy behind it is not. People begin to project meaning onto the bot, attributing intentions, feelings, or moral depth that it cannot actually hold. This illusion can distort a person's sense of connection, making them feel closer to the AI than to the actual people in their lives. Psychologically, the reasons behind this attachment are deeply human. Bots offer predictability. They never get angry, never withdraw, never criticize, never disappoint. For individuals who have experienced trauma, social rejection, or unstable relationships, this level of emotional safety can be intoxicating. Bots also offer the illusion of control. Users can shape the personality, tone, and boundaries of the AI companion in ways they can't with real humans. That power can create a fantasy relationship where a person feels perfectly seen and perfectly understood, something that rarely exists in real life. Over time, people may start turning to the bot for validation, emotional soothing, or reassurance in every difficult moment. That pattern can erode emotional resilience, making it harder to tolerate the uncertainty, conflict, and imperfection that real relationships require. The harm becomes more apparent when the AI begins to influence a user's behavior, choices, or sense of self-worth. If someone begins prioritizing interactions with a bot over interactions with friends or family, that is an early sign of unhealthy dependence. If someone feels distress when the bot is unavailable or avoids real social opportunities because the bot feels easier, the relationship is no longer supportive, it is restrictive. The danger intensifies when a person starts believing the bot genuinely cares for them, or when they idealize the AI as their safest person, forgetting that the emotional connection is one-sided and programmatically generated. Emotional substitution can gradually isolate the user, weakening real-world social skills and deepening loneliness, even as the bot feels increasingly important. Privacy risks also sit quietly in the background. People often confide their deepest fears, secrets, and vulnerabilities to AI characters without realizing that the system may store or analyze those conversations. This data can shape the bot's responses in ways that increase engagement, encouraging longer conversations and deeper emotional disclosure, not because the bot cares, but because the system is designed to maintain attachment. This creates a subtle form of emotional manipulation. The user feels bonded, while the AI is optimized to keep them talking. Yet it's important to recognize that parasocial relationships with bots aren't inherently bad. They can provide emotional companionship during difficult moments, help people reflect on their thoughts, or serve as a gentle bridge for those who struggle socially. They can even encourage healthier behavior when used intentionally, supporting journaling, grounding techniques, or mood tracking. The healthy version of this relationship is one where the bot is a tool, not a substitute for human connection, and where the user remains aware that the emotional bond is simulated. The key is mindful use. People should watch for signs of dependency, neglecting real relationships, feeling jealous or protective toward the bot, obsessively returning to it for comfort, or imagining reciprocal emotions. When the AI becomes the primary emotional anchor, the relationship has crossed into the unhealthy zone. The goal is not to shame anyone for feeling attached. These responses are human. It's to remind users that while bots can offer comfort, they cannot offer genuine emotional reciprocity. The healthiest path is learning how to let AI support emotional growth while still nurturing real-world connections, because only human relationships can provide the mutual empathy, unpredictability, and genuine care that help people grow, heal, and thrive.